A cold-blooded killer poses as a renter. Police say he had no intention of ever living in the home. He killed the homeowner, not for the money. They believe he did it for the thrill.
It's been 15 years since Kite was tortured and brutally murdered. And tonight, Liz Gilardi shows us how new technology is bringing new hope to this case.
He was just selected by this killer.
Targeted and then tortured.
His hands were elaborately tied to his ankles.
Stabbed 22 times.
Cut his throat, almost severed his head.
Details about a crime scene that are just as vivid as the day Detective Tom Sobieski responded.
A lot of trauma. The coroner felt it went on for hours.
Police found Oakey Kite Jr. in the basement of his Aurora townhome on May 22, 2004. He never showed up for work. His girlfriend couldn't believe it when she heard the word murder.
The first thing I thought of was the roommate.
It's the first thing investigators thought of too.
So we knew it was the renter who was probably our suspect. And he probably killed him with his own kitchen knives.
Detectives found those knives in his sink, sitting in bleach, along with a key that Al gave to the renter.
Yes.
Girlfriend Linda Angelopoulos remembers Al taking out an ad in the paper listing his basement for rent. And she remembers something odd about a man who looked at the place.
The night the guy came over, I also came over.
Linda walked in, went to the bathroom, and he was gone. Looking back now, she doesn't think the man wanted her to see him.
Well, yeah, I think that's what happened. I mean, he's walking out the door, didn't even turn around to say hi, bye, or anything. And how long does it take to go to the bathroom and wash your hands?
That's not all. Investigators found out the renter used the name Robert Cooper. And they found out something else that might make your skin crawl.
So we don't know what selection criteria he used to pick his victim, but we knew he met with Al and he met with some other people. He met with older women, different locations, some were houses.
A hand-picked victim, a brutal killing. They believe it was all planned out. Police say the man showered at the home after the murder, then used Al's car to drive to a nearby ATM where he took out $1,000.
I'm sure a lot of people think about the way that he died and what he had to go through. For what? For what? For the thrill of it? I don't think it was for the $1,000 he took. I think it was for the thrill of it.
Surveillance video from the ATM was useless. The suspect was wearing a ski mask and surgical gloves.
We don't think robbery was the motive. We think that the suspect was looking for someone to kill, actually.
Along the way, the suspect led police astray as they chased cell phone records for a burner phone purchased at 9th and Colorado. A phone that was ultimately left on Colfax, then ended up in the hands of homeless people. But 15 years later, detectives still have hope that DNA found at the murder scene could lead to the suspect, thanks to new technology.
We have a sketch of what we think the suspect may look like from his DNA profile. And most recently, I've been working with the FBI. They have an investigative genealogy unit.
Through genetic genealogy, they can analyze the suspect's DNA in an attempt to trace his family tree and ultimately find him. It's how investigators in California found the Golden State Killer.
Their scientists and experts with the FBI can narrow that search down.
Detective Sobieski says until that happens, this case is always on his mind.
I think it's because Al was such a true victim. Everybody said he was a really nice guy.
A future stolen by a renter turned killer.
We're going to find him. They're going to find him. I just know it.
Liz Gilardi, Denver 7.